Sometimes we don't realize that little things can give away our true essence. Interestingly, far from everybody notices them. We at Brightside gathered the habits that can reveal a lot about our character. Read to the end for an unexpected bonus. Most buyers can be divided into two types. The first actively study labels and require as much detail as possible before buying something. They are inquisitive people who want to get to the bottom of everything. The latter prefer not to waste time and are limited to surface information. They can be called frivolous. These types act in a similar way in other life situations. Be sure that the thorough ones will know your entire life story before you become close. People of the second type will most likely miss even important nuances. People who wear wristwatches for at least a year are usually more punctual and conscientious than those who prefer to give up this accessory. People who wear a watch might be introverted but emotionally stable, whereas those who don't wear one are less emotionally stable. Eating preferences can tell a lot about a person's nature. Impulsive, less open, and less conscientious people prefer sweet wine and very rarely eat fruit. At the same time, open, calmer, and more conscientious people like dry wine more and gladly include fruit in their diet. The words we use in everyday life characterize our personality. And it doesn't matter whether we say them aloud or write or type them. Anxious and emotionally unstable people usually use words related to negative emotions. Extroverts prefer words that describe positive emotions. Conscientious people use words related to achievements more often, and open people usually choose sophisticated words and phrases where one could be more concise. The kind of music you like to listen to can tell others about the peculiarities of your psyche because music has a long-term effect on the brain. People who prefer sad or aggressive music to express their emotions are usually restless and nervous. People who prefer fun or quiet music are happier. This is due to the fact that the very process of listening to such music raises the mood and has a long-term effect on your well-being. People who are happy to iron things, wash dishes, and play with children are easier to communicate with than those who don't like chores. For the first type, the happiness of others is important. Therefore, they prefer to work around the house rather than moan about domestic trifles. They can also be called more introverted. Extroverts usually don't like doing housework and prefer resting or meeting with friends. Attitude to art in all its manifestations can also reveal a lot about the nature of a person. People who like poetry, go to the opera, or are engaged in art themselves are more sociable and open to everything new, unlike those who ignore art. It has been established that people can determine how affluent one is by simply looking at one's face when it expresses no emotion. This ability is often used when we decide to hire somebody. People with a rich face are rejected less often. Accordingly, minor signals can prevent you from climbing the career ladder or increasing your income. At the same time, scientists are not yet able to accurately answer what exactly this rich factor is in an appearance. Sometimes we don't realize that little things can give away our true essence. Interestingly, far from everybody notices them. We at Brightside gathered the habits that can reveal a lot about our character.